हॅलो. हॅलो निकिता.
येस सर.
अरे कुठे आहेत बाकीचे?
हॅलो.
हॅलो.
हा सर.
कुठे गेलेत?
फोन करावा लागेल आता बहुतेक त्यांना.
मी मेसेज टाकला, तू मेसेज बघूनच जॉईन झालीस की काय?
हो. मेसेज
पण
साठीच वेट.
रेग्युलर हा.
मेसेज साठीच वेट करत होते मी.
नाही, नेहमी आपण आपलं असतंच ना लेक्चर.
असतं ना, पण मागच्या वेळेस काय झालं म्हणजे मिसचं काय असतं, मिस लिंक टाकतात आणि मग आम्ही जॉईन होतो.
असं करतात होय?
हा, कारण की कधी कधी काय काय होतं, आम्ही जॉईन करायला बघतो पण लेक्चर स्टार्ट झालेलं नसतं, त्याच्यामुळे मग मिस लिंक टाकतात आणि मग येतो.
बरं बरं, आता टाका परत. हं?
हो.
सौरभ, सौरभ, प्रज्वल.
यस सर.
अरे कुठे गेले सगळे बाकीचे? सौरभ काय रिस्पॉन्स देईना का नुसताच जॉईन होऊन गेला? सौरभ,
येस सर.
स्वप्नील,
येस
जरा
सर.
व्हिडिओ ऑन करा, सगळ्यांचे व्हिडिओ ऑन करा बघू. जरा आपण डिस्कस करू आणि मग लेक्चरला सुरुवात करू. स्वप्नील, हा. सौरभ, निकिता, प्रज्वल, ऑन करा की व्हिडिओ. स्वप्नीलला काय? स्वप्नील काय चाललंय?
नाही नाही सर
दाढी बिडी
निवांत आहे.
वाढवले, निवांत आहे. मला एकदा असं ते झाड बीड आणि तुम्हाला काय असं तपश्चर्याला बसलाय का काय बॅकग्राऊंड? सौरभ व्हिडिओ
घरात
ऑन कर की.
नेटवर्क नाही ना येत.
प्रज्वल, हा
घरात नेटवर्क येत नाही म्हणून बाहेर.
हा हा हा. निकिता कुठे गेली? निकिता, प्रज्वल कुठे गेलास रे?
सर ऑन आहे व्हिडिओ.
हा, आत्ता दिसतोयस तू, आत्ता दिसलास. सौरभ तुझं रे?
सर आहे की व्हिडिओ आहे म्हणजे.
हा, असं ठेव, ऑनच ठेवा जरा. अरे ऑन ठेवा.
सर ते खाली
बोल.
मिनिमाइज होते, असं होतं.
होय,
हा, जे
बरं.
माईक ऑन करेल तेच स्क्रीनवर येत आहेत, बाकी मग मिनिमाइज होत आहेत.
ओके ओके. बरं, काय तुम्ही डिस्कस केलं का नाही तुमच्यात? अरे आपल्याला वायसी फेअर साठी आपल्याला हे करायचंय. आता आज मीटिंग लावली, तुम्ही बघितले का? ग्रुपवर टाकले लिंक.
हो सर.
ग्रुपवर लिंक टाकलेली आहे. आज 5 वाजता मीटिंग बोलवली आहे. मीटिंग मध्ये आपण त्याच्यामध्ये सहभागी व्हा सगळे. निकिता, ऐकतेस का? बर, आपण आता सुरू करूया लेक्चर. फार तर नंतर आपण डिस्कस करू. आधी लेक्चरचं बघूया. लेक्चर सुरू करूया. ओके. स्क्रीन दिसते का? हॅलो
हा
हॅलो,
सर, दिसते स्क्रीन.
दिसते ना? ओके. नो, हे क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ मरीन हॅबिटॅट हा टॉपिक आपला चालू आहे. मागच्या वेळेस बिकॉज ऑफ द हॉलिडे अँड बिकॉज आय वॉज बिझी इन द मीटिंग, so I was unable to engage you on the last Thursday. I asked Tim ma'am to engage you, but as per as this topic classification of marine habitat is concerned, let me try to connect you. Whatever what we have discussed on in the previous lecture. We have discussed on the vertical stratification, vertically how the different stratas are there. Now we are talking about the horizontal stratification, and in this horizontal stratification different two different zones are there. In this benthic, आधीचा होतो ते आधीच्या लेक्चरमध्ये we have studied the pelagic zone, and now this is the benthic zone, which is divided into two, littoral and deep sea. This is the littoral zone, आणि हे असं खाली जसं तुम्ही असं व्हर्टिकली खाली जाल, that is the deep sea, littoral zone and deep sea, or which is also called as benthic zone. ओके, benthic zone, littoral and म्हणजे हॉरिझॉन्टली गेले तर हा सगळा पिलॅजिक सरफेस वॉटर. त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा दोन भाग आहेत, अप टू कॉन्टिनेंटल शेल्फ नेरेटिक, and beyond this continental shelf the oceanic zone. And if you go vertically, depth is there. Wherever depth is there, then that is the benthic zone. This is the pelagic zone, this is the benthic zone, and in this benthic zone, littoral zone and deep sea. These are the two divisions of it. Littoral zones further divided into ulittoral or intertidal zone. हे high tide and low tide च्या मधले we have already discussed it. Sublittoral zone. This is the zone which extends from low tide up to the mark of the continental shelf. Okay. So ulittoral zone again intertidal रॉकी शोर जसा जसा सरफेस असेल तसे तसे ते मग मडी शोर असेल सँडी शोर असेल रॉकी शोर असेल अँड अकॉर्डिंगली द fauna and flora of these region they actually differs. Now we are going to study this in details in another sub unit which is mentioned in your syllabus. Okay, now let's move further. डीप हा इथपर्यंत आपण अप टू दिस एक्सटेंट वी हॅव come across or we have discussed in the last lecture deep sea system, and which is further divided into bathyal zone, abyssal zone and hadal zone as per the depth. Bathyal, abyssal and hadal zone. So this is the range in the depth in the meters. As you go deeper and deeper, the length, the depth increases, and hadal zone means this is the hadal zone, deepest part. Still beyond this, some trenches are there in some part of the oceans which are beyond 6,000 meters. Some Okay, now we actually the point which we are going to begin with the today's in today's lecture is characteristics of deep sea system. Now these are the points, different points that we are going to discuss today. Okay, so very first is that as the name itself indicates that it is a deep sea, and as far as we are going vertically down, their first point is the absence of light, because whatever illuminated zone is there, this is the illuminated zone where penetration of light is much more possible than which generally which is referred as a photic zone. But beyond this depth, the it is called as a photic zone. So absence of light is the characteristics of the deep sea systems. Hence, entire deep sea environment is in darkness. Absence of vegetation, of course, as the light is absent, so there is no question of this penetration of light is there, so the photosynthetic activity is hampered. So vegetation or photosynthetic organisms, even the algae, such organisms are absent in this deep sea system. Unchanging environment. Now why? See, as because there is no action, no wave action, no tidal action, action of the water. So because of this such type of peculiarities, the environmental factors such as salinity, temperature, it remains constant, and there is nothing to mark the uh, uh, flight of the time, and there are no days, no well-defined seasons as this zone is concerned. As I've mentioned, tides and waves completely absent. The water remains calm. So if you see the photography, or if you see the video shoot of the deep sea system, the diver is going down. If you observe the National Geographic Channel or Animal Planet, and if they are showing the diver which is reaching the bottom and shooting the corals, and actually walking at the bottom of the sea, there you will find there is no movement of water, and instead you will see the water is calm and quiet, and the diver which is moving in the water easily, and that can be shot very clearly. So that gives a sense of we people, as we are visualizing that video or that picture, that the water is totally calm. Only the bubbles of the oxygen or the carbon dioxide which is released, that only that bubbles you can see which are coming from the side of the diver. Pressure, it increases with the depth. Hydrostatic pressure in the sea increases with 1 atmosphere for every 10-meter depth. So as we go deeper and deeper, the water pressure goes on increasing. Thus, these deep sea organisms, especially these fishes, you will find they are well adapted to bear the pressure, water pressure, and that's why they have gone change in their morphological structure. Say, for example, if you are talking about the rays and skates, their body is dorsoventrally flattened. Instead, you can, if you compare this fish, the body morphology of fish as far as the pelagic organisms are concerned or pelagic fish are concerned, their body is laterally compressed. So, and it is streamlined because they have to move in the waters where the currents are rigorous, waves actions are rigorous, and they have to move against the water currents, against the waves. So the resistance of the body should be at the least. So body is streamlined and which is laterally compressed. But such conditions are not as far as the deep sea system is concerned. And in the deep sea, you'll find that this fish with the body structure having dorsoventrally flattened, which are well adapted to bear the hydrostatic pressure of the water. Salinity. Salinity is uniform. Now there is no wave action, no interference, no currents especially they are affecting. So salinity of the water that remains to be almost uniform or constant within the range of 3.46 to 3.49%. Temperature is low. Temperature is low because here there is because of the lack of penetration of light, and then there is no only if at the time of the volcanic eruption, because the continuous volcanic eruptions often they are going on at the bottom of the uh, sea at the depth. So only at that time you will find there is a rise in the temperature. Otherwise, the temperature is very low. Level of dissolved oxygen. It is also low because uh, no penetration of light, no photosynthetic activity, no release of oxygen as far as the autotrophs are concerned. So the dissolved oxygen level of the water is also low. But in deep sea, the animals are characterized by constancy in their shape. They are having a particular shape. This is due to the absence of interspecific competition. Interspecific competition is almost negligible in this deep sea system. So deep sea becomes a home for the ancient animals such as living fossils. Certain living fossils are there. Some of the sea urchins are there. Means some of the animals belonging to सी अर्चिन किंवा क्रिनॉइड्स म्हटले की कुठला फायलम आला विच फायलम दे बिलॉंग टू येस सी अर्चिन क्रिनॉइड्स येस हेलो हेलो कैन यू हियर मी
Yes, sir.
ah so try to answer my question If you are talking about sea urchin, if you are talking about crinoids, these are the organisms which belongs to one of the phylum of invertebrate. Which are that phylum? This is my question.
Invertebrata.
Invertebrata is not a phylum, Nikita. See, phylum Porifera, phylum Protozoa, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Arthropoda, Echinodermata, Mollusca, phylum Hemichordata, Chordata, phylum Chordata. Among which of these different phyla do these sea urchin and crinoids belongs to?
Porifera.
Yes,
Poriferous, stony corals.
corals. Corals belongs to coelentrates.
Cylindrids.
Yeah, but my question is regarding sea urchin and crinoids. Of course, you have tried to answer this stony corals well and good, but I want the answer for the sea urchin. I will give you the clue. I will give you the clue. It is the same phylum in which the starfish belongs to. It is the same phylum in which sea cucumber belongs to. आता एवढं तुम्हाला सांगितल्यानंतर तुम्हाला सांगता आलं पाहिजे. बरं सिफेलोपोडा. सिफेलोपोडा याच्यावर तर आपण चर्चा केली होती मागे. सॉरी. This belongs to mollusks. This belongs to Echinodermata. Okay, so let's move further. Now, biota. Now, what type of organisms are present in deep sea? Okay, animals. Now, these animals, as this is a question of multiple choice, animals of this deep sea are called as dash. They are called as benthos किंवा benthic fauna असं त्याला म्हटलं जातं. बेंथिक म्हणजे विच बिलॉंग्स टू डीप सी. Animals are आता certain protozoans are also there. Foraminiferous, ladularians. These are the it is a shell असलेले प्रोटोझोन्स आहेत. स्केलेटन असलेले प्रोटोझोन्स आहेत. पोरिफेरन्स हायलोनेमा, रेडिएला, फेरोनिमा, हाईल. आता ह्या बाकीचे जरी हे परिचयाचे नसले तर तुम्हाला हायलोनिमा हा दिस इज द sponge which you people have already sketched in your journal. Do you remember Hyalonema, which is commonly called as glass sponge? It belongs to deep sea. Coelentrates, sea anemones, corals, gorgonids म्हणजे sea fan. ही सुद्धा the sea fan and sea anemones you have studied. You have while studying in your BSc 1, I think. Annelids, Sabella, Aranicola, Chitopterus. These are the worms which are burrowing and they form a tunnel, U-shaped tunnel in the body. We are going to see some of these animals, or which I think I have already shown you in the previous lecture. Crabs, barnacles, lobsters, shrimps, limulus, king crab, which is called as this also member of the deep sea. Nautilus, spirula, pecten you have observed, you have studied while studying the phylum Mollusca. So Echinodermata, crinoid, starfish, sea urchin, sea cucumber, brittle star, all these are the members of the Echinodermata. And fishes such as आता सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं म्हणजे चिमेरा. This is the very typical identity of this photocornus because it shows having a illuminating organs, amazing organs. You have studied these amazing organs or bioilluminations in your BSc 2 part. Gayatri madam has taught you to regarding this. This some of these fish they have illuminating organs. They emit light. Certain photophores are there in their skin, and they are capable of producing light. Sacopharynx. Now, sacopharynx is the fish which is having a distensible stomach. जेवढं काय बक 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 खाता येईल ते खाऊन त्या स्टमक मध्ये त्याला साठवता येतं. स्केट्स, राजिडी रेज, as I have already mentioned. So these are the fish fauna which is present. Then again, what are certain adaptations, deep sea adaptations? प्रिडेटरी हॅबिट. आता प्रिडेटरी तर असणारच का, एक तर सगळे तिथं असणारे ऑर्गॅनिझम दे आर हेटेरोट्रॉप्स. there are no autotrophs present because of the no photosynthetic activity, absence of light, no penetration of light. So the animals feed on animals, other animals, and are carnivores and predatory. They hunt, they chase, and they kill the other animal, other fish for uh, food. Gastrostomius fish. This is the name of the fish. Yeah, we are going to see how it appears. I have the picture of this. The scavenger feeding. Scavenger feeding म्हणजे वरून जे काय क्लिनलीनेस करणारे डेट्रिटस फीडर्स. थोडं मोस्ट ऑफ दिस ॲनिमल्स ऑफ द डीप दे फीड ऑन द डेड बॉडीज. वरून जे काय पिलॅजिक रिजन मधले मेलेले ऑर्गॅनिझम्स असतील त्यांचा एक्सक्रिटा असेल, ऑल दॅट गेट सेटल डाऊन ॲट द बॉटम, and this becomes food for the organisms of this. So they are scavenger feeder. They feed it on and just keep the bottom clean. So the scavengers. Large mouth and distensible stomach. What I have mentioned just now. Mouth is large and distensible stomach is present. So deep sea animals have and wide buccal cavity. Some of the fish, see, sacopharynx I have mentioned. See, mouth is very wide and the distensible stomach is present. See, this is uh, Chismodon niger. See the mouth wide is there, and see whatever the fish has eaten, and that eaten is stored in this distensible stomach. Gastrostomius, mouth is wide. See such type of uh, fish are present which to swallow the prey larger than themselves and store into the stomach. So such type of large mouth and distensible stomach is the adaptation. Weak endoskeleton, very fragile. So due to low temperature, म्हणजे calcification, for the calcification of the skeleton, it needs the fish should get exposed to the light, and this light plays important role in the strengthening and calcification of the skeleton. But here, as the light is very the penetration of light is not there, and because of this low temperature the skeleton is fragile, as in case of chimera. Small body size. Generally deep sea they have small body, even though certain gigantic forms are there, have been recorded, but they are very rare. Lateral line system, it is well developed, which enables them to live successfully in the lightless environment in spite of absence of light. So lateral line system is well sensitive and well developed, and thus gives idea what this lateral line system works for. We have studied this lateral line system while studying the sense organs last year. So
Statostatic.
yes, yes,
Statos
Nikita. Stato.
body equilibrium.
That is no. You are getting confused with membranous labyrinth and lateral line system. Statoacoustic organ is the membranous labyrinth, and this lateral line system, cephalic lateral system is there. Lateral, it runs on the lateral side of the body. This is very much sensitive to the change in the water currents and the waves which are there. So it gives the idea of the objects moving around, because as the light is not in some of the fish, there will be eyes will be there, but they are not much functional because of the lack of the light. So this at that time, this lateral line system, it works, give the sensation. Muciferous system, secretion of mucus. They have adaptability to secrete a large amount of mucus, which forms a layer on the body. Layer on the body. Mucus has phosphorescent property. So this mucus is also capable of having illumination. Eyes. In some cases, well-developed eyes are present even though they live in darkness, and some eyeless animals are also very common. In some organisms, eyes are there. The comparatively, if we find the size of the eyes, they are much more larger comparatively. Sensory organs like antenna, well developed to compensate the lack of eyes. Fin rays are elongated. Caudal fin is produced with the filament. So in order to get sensation of the surrounding area, जसं झुरळाला पुढं अँटिना असतात आणि ते चाचपणी करतं अडथळा कुठं आहे का काय अशा, तसंच त्याच प्रकारे इथे कॉडल फिनला सुद्धा फिलामेंट आहे, अँटिना असतात, अँड दे कॅन गेट द they can feel the obstructions present in their way. Hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic tissue possesses the same equal hydrostatic pressure. All the organisms are facing equal hydrostatic pressure. Swim bladder. It is a gas-filled sac. You know the function. Dorsal to the digestive tract. It maintains the neutral buoyancy, which prevents sinking or raising of the fish in the water. You know the function of the this, but it is absent in the sharks and scomburids. Scomburids म्हणजे tuna, mackerel, sardine ह्या fish मध्ये. Due to this, fish get escape from high stress of pressure. So swim bladder. Sexual adaptation, very important. Sexual adaptation. To get mate, to get the sexual partner, there is difficulty due to no light and thin population. Hence, male is found attached to the body of female. Generally, मेल बारके असतात आणि फिमेलच्या बॉडीला अँगलर फिशच्या बाबतीमध्ये चिटकूनच फिमेलला मेल असतो. Example, one of the example given here. Coloration. Deep sea animals have various colors: red, black, brown, violet, and so on. Second, last point is the bioluminescence. Living light may be blue or green. So this is the important point. It is cold light. फोटोफोर्स ह्याचं तुम्हाला नॉलेज आहे. फोटोफोर्स त्याच्यामुळे लाईट एलिमेंट होते आणि बॉडी चमकते. अँड दिस बघा, लाईट प्रोड्युसिंग ऑर्गन्स जे कुठं बॉडीवर ऑल सगळे शरीरावर सुद्धा असतात, बिलो द बॉडी, काही ठिकाणी फिन्सवर असतात, ऑन द हेड. दिस हेल्प्स, दिस लाईट प्रोड्युसिंग ऑर्गन्स हेल्प्स इन vision in darkness and used to identify the mate. आपापले सेक्शुअल मेट आयडेंटिफाय करण्यासाठी और टू अट्रॅक्ट द प्रे, जसं इन केस ऑफ एंटेनॅरिस इट इज हॅव्हिंग द ऑर्गन light producing organ which is used as to luring the uh, prey, and as soon as the prey comes into the sight within the range, immediately it is captured. So such type of advantage is there of the bioluminescence. So see how this, see, uh, at the end of this anal fin, if you will find the tip of this rays on the lateral side, on the ventral side of the body, such illuminating organs. As I mentioned, this is the light producing organ, as in case of antennaris, which attracts the other fish to come close, and then it is captured. So we will stop here. If you have any questions, you may ask. जरा बघितली का तुम्ही लिंक बघितली का? आज सगळ्यांनी जॉईन व्हा. 5 वाजता मीटिंग इज अरेंज फॉर BSc 2 fisheries and BSc 3 fisheries. We are going to discuss regarding the stalls which has to be फिशरीज या हेडिंग खाली आपल्याला स्टॉल्स इन्स्टॉल करायचे आहेत, आणि देशपांडे सर आपल्याला मार्गदर्शन करणार आहेत. त्यांच्याकडे बरेच काही काही मटेरियल आहे, व्हिडिओज आहेत, पिक्चर्स आहेत. फक्त ते मटेरियल आपण घ्यायचे आणि आपल्याला दोन दोन तीन तीन लोकांची टीम करून ते डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करून आपल्याला त्याच्यावर काम करायचंय किंवा ते प्रेझेंट करायचंय, की त्याच्यावर पोस्टर्स करायचे, कुठे व्हिडिओ करायचंय, असं त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला सहभागी व्हायचंय. तर मटेरियल तुम्हाला मिळेल की तुमच्याकडे असेल मटेरियल, तुमच्या आयडियाज तुम्ही डिस्कशनमध्ये शेअर करा, आणि आपण विल ट्राय अवर लेवल बेस्ट टू make our fishery stall a glorified stall. Okay, so see you in the evening at 5 o'clock. Okay, we'll stop here. Hello.
येस सर.
हा, आणि दुसरं म्हणजे आता तुम्ही नोटीस वाचली असेल, तुमची आता कुठली परीक्षा आहे?
मिड
टर्म एक्झाम. तुमचे पेपरचे डेट्स काय आहेत? बघितले का टाइम टेबल? टाइम टेबल बघितलंय का? मला वाटतं 15 आणि 16 तारीख असेल. नेचर ऑफ क्वेश्चन पेपर पाहिलंय का? सगळं मटेरियल तुमच्या टेलिग्राम टाकलेलं आहे. तुम्हाला 5 मार्काचे आन्सर द फॉलोइंग, एका वाक्यामध्ये उत्तर द्यायचे 5 प्रश्न असतील, आणि एनी 3, 5 3 15, 5 मार्काला 1, एनी 3 असं तुम्हाला लिहायचंय. तुमच्या घरी तुमच्या फुलस्केप पेपरवर तुम्हाला लिहायचंय. आम्ही गुगल क्लासरूमवर तो पेपर टाकणार. तो पेपर तुम्ही पाहायचाय, आणि तुम्ही गुगल मीटवर कॅमेरे ऑन ठेवून प्रश्न सोडवायचे आहेत, आणि त्याची PDF तयार करून ती PDF तुम्ही गुगल क्लासरूमवर अपलोड करायची आहे. सो दिस विल बी द नेचर ऑफ द examination of your mid-term. So be prepared for that. Okay? Hello? लक्षात येतंय का?
हो.
अडचणी असतील, क्वेश्चन्स असतील तर विचारा. Otherwise we will stop here. Okay.
येस सर.
Okay.